Hello Pythonians. Today we will be learning about convenient and efficient way to create a list by applying a transformation to each of its elements. It is called list comprehension. But before we start with list comprehension, let's recap some of the concepts. Let's consider a problem statement where we have list li, and with this list I want to create a new list that will have all these elements in list li in uppercase. To achieve this, we will define a new empty list called new li, which we will be using to store the modified version of elements in li. Normally, we will use for loop to iterate through each element in li. For each iteration, we will convert the current element to uppercase using the upper method. We have learned about this upper method in our string operations lecture. It returns a new string with all the letters in uppercase. After converting the element to uppercase, we will append it to new li using append method. Once the for loop has completed its iterations, new li will contain uppercase versions of each elements in the original list. Finally, we will print the contents of new li. The output of this script will be a new list containing uppercase versions of each element in the original list, like this. This will be our normal approach to build a new list. Now let's use list comprehension for same problem statement. We will define a new list called new li using special syntax. This syntax allows us to create a new list based on an existing list by applying a transformation to each element in the original list. This syntax works like this. We are using the word variable to refer to each element in the list li one at a time as we iterate through it with this for loop. The transformation we are applying to each word is upper method. So in short, we can read it like, for every element referred as a word here in the list li, we are returning uppercase word, and since all this thing is in square bracket, every modified element will be stored in a list, and this is the variable name for this new list, new li. As we can see, we have created this new list with one line of code. In normal way, we created an empty list first, then iterated old list, and then appended modified value in empty list. But in list comprehensions, all these operations are done in single line of code. We can also use list comprehension with if statement. Let's take an example. Here, this is the list of some numbers. What I want to do is create a new list out of these numbers, and I want to add only those numbers in new list that are divisible by 3. So let's write a list comprehension for this. As we start, we are writing all the code in square brackets. Then we are typing this for loop. So for every number in this list numbers, what we are doing, we are returning number. But before we return this number, we are also applying some check over here. So this check is if number is divisible by 3, and if this condition is true, it will return the number in new list. Otherwise, that number will be skipped. So let's run this code and print new numbers list. Here we can see we have only those elements in the list which are divisible by 3. And like this, we can also use if else statement in list comprehension. Now to use this, syntax is little bit different. We are taking the same list numbers, and now we want to create a list of these numbers, and if any of these numbers is not divisible by 3, we want value na to be put over there. So let's understand this code. First of all, as usual, we will start with square brackets and then with the for loop inside this. For every number in numbers list, we are checking this if else condition. And as in our previous lectures, we have learned one-liner if else statement. We are using the same syntax over here. So we will return number if that number is divisible by 3, else we will return NA. And like this, we can create a new list. And if I run this code, you can see this new list is formed, and wherever the numbers are not divisible by 3, we have put NA over there. So this was all about list comprehension. I will see you in the next one. Thank you.